Hey, it's Neve, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you the story, the story of sort of how my entrepreneurial journey has gone, how I came to find the different principles involved in connection marketing and in the way that I market my business today, and a few little things that happened along the way. So I will try and keep this short and succinct so that it's all very relevant. I started my online business way back in 2006. Actually, the first time I ever made any money online was through ClickBank. Funny enough, back then, way back in the good old days, back then what I did was I found a ClickBank product. Well, no, actually, I had watched a training on how to create money online, right? And the training was, okay, you go and you get a ClickBank product, you go and you set up a Google ad, and then when someone clicks on your Google ad, that goes straight to this ClickBank landing page, and they make a sale or they make a purchase, you earn a commission. So this sounded really, really cool. So I went and set up, found a ClickBank product about doing magic, magic tricks, obviously not real magic, although maybe there's ClickBank products about that. So in that then, it was like a day or two after starting the Google ad, I had the first sale. And I think it was something like $10 was the commission. I think it was a $30 product and $10 was the commission. And it was just the most thrilling experience that I'd ever had. It just felt like making money from nothing, because I hadn't created the product. All I had done was sort of set up this little ad to help someone who would want this product find this product. And so that was kind of a first big oh wow, I can earn money not from trading my time. And now, a lot of things happened after that. First, we only ever sold one of that product. Then the Google ad continued to run, but it was just like this fluke. And it spent a lot more than the $10 commission on this Google ad that then never made any more money, but it still was a huge turning point. So then I started to look into more things about entrepreneurship, and I kind of got pulled into this really strange world of network marketing. Stumbled around there for a while, sort of flailing and not really finding my footing until I came across training in using the internet for marketing. Now that training I found was so powerful and so impactful. That was all about creating content that would help someone to make a buying decision. And I was like, oh, this is the same thing. It's the same thing as that Google ad that helped sell a product. Now, the only difference was that I was only working on selling this one product. And funny enough, what I ended up doing was I ended up sort of switching over and saying, I want to be an affiliate for this training. So I was using the training to sell the training, and I was earning a commission as an affiliate. And that's when I started to use video. And the reason I used video was I wanted to document something. I was like, you know what? I can type all I want, about here's what has happened. But I was like, what would be the most impressive and what would be the best testimonial for this training would be if I could use it to create a ton of success and document the steps along the way. So I recorded my first ever video, which was this shaky video that I recorded in a hotel room, declaring what I was going to do, declaring that I was going to create success in 90 days. I had this goal and I had a time limit to it. And that was on a digital camera that I was recording it. One of those old ones, it was like a point and click Nikon with a video function. And it had an SD card in it, and I had to then take that and put it onto the computer and upload it to YouTube. So I started to document this process, and what happened was I started to create a lot of success, and I used the video to document. But at the time, I was really still creating blogs, written posts, where what I found worked really, really well was when I could help someone understand what they could get from the product. I would help them see how they could fit it into what they were doing. So I was writing blog posts showing people in like specific niche groups, here's how you could use this training to create success. And it started to work really, really well. And so I was documenting this the whole time. And then 90 days later, I'd created what I said I would create. So I edited together my little video clips from along the way, and I showed it to a bunch of people, and it was so impactful for them, so inspiring for them, that people started to really come to me looking for advice on how they were doing things. Now, what I realized at that point was that my secret sauce, which was a little bit different from what everyone else was doing, was I was really thinking about my end user, my audience member, and where they were and what it was that they wanted, and showing them how they could use the trainings and whatnot that I was selling. So I was earning a commission for selling these trainings as an affiliate. Now, that lasted for a few years where I had more and more success because I started to use video. And I noticed that, I would go to an event and people would come running up to me and be like, hey, and I'd be like, hi, who are you? It would feel like they expected me to know them because they felt like they knew me because they were watching my videos. And that was when it first really hit me. Oh my God, video is really, really special. It creates this sense of friendship. These people feel like they really know me. And that is absolutely magical and powerful. Now, some things started to go a little bit awry in that the leadership at the company whose training I was selling went a little bit weird. Some weird stuff started to happen, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm really reliant on them. Like, the benefit of being an affiliate is you don't have to provide the product. The downside of being an affiliate is you don't have control over the product. And while the product I still felt was good, I didn't feel great about the company anymore. So I was like, okay, I need to make a change. I need to step up and start to create my own products. Now, at this point, I'd had so much success with video. I'd made hundreds of videos, and I had done tons and tons and tons of blogs and tons of trainings to show people how I was doing the things that I was doing, that I was already sort of creating my own products. I just didn't call them that. So what I found at that point, what I loved the most, was helping people take ideas and turn them into business models. That was actually my most fun thing that I ever did, was when I would kind of look at what someone was bringing to the table and say, hey, here's how you could turn that into an online business. This was around 2012, 2013. So a lot of people still were, they knew that they could create an online business, but they hadn't quite seen how to do it. So they were having trouble seeing the assets and the skills and the things that they had in the real world, how they would translate into an online business. So I created a whole program called Tailor Made Online Business, which helped people walk through the things that they had, create a business and a business model based on what it was that they wanted, and then go on to launch it and turn it into something else and move on from there. So it was really fun. This was a sort of big ticket item for me. Well, big ticket is in it cost $1,000, something like that. But for me, that felt like a lot. It did feel like a lot to charge. And I had a ton of fun with it. And guess what? In it, I was teaching all of the principles that I'm now sharing in this connection series. These were the kinds of things that I was teaching. I was helping people understand how to shift their thinking from kind of how you're trained in school and as you're growing up and as you're entering the workforce, and shifting into this really different way of thinking that's required in order to run, a business as an online entrepreneur. And so it was really, really fun. But at the start of it, I wanted to have a cool way to bring people into it. And so I was like, what is the best thing that I could do is spend some time with these people in a challenge and then invite them to join me in my tailor-made online business program. So I started doing a video challenge, which is Ignite Video Challenge, which you've probably heard of. Most people who follow me do know about the Ignite Video Challenge. I had taken other people's challenges. The idea of a video challenge was not new, but I was doing it in a different way that I hadn't seen before, which was all about helping people to create comfort on camera. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to help people get comfortable on camera, and they're going to spend that time with me, and they're going to feel really great by the end of it. But also in that time, they're going to hear about how I think. They're going to learn that I have a really different approach than most, online business coaches and trainers and things were talking about at the time. And so then that will prepare them to come into tailor-made online business. So that was the plan. And it worked, every time I would run a challenge and bring people into tailor-made, and that worked really well. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? I really need to also have something for the people who will go through this, will already have an online business and maybe not want to join tailor-made, but will want to continue on to learn more stuff about video. So I created Light It Up Video Marketing. Now, at the time, I didn't call the challenge Ignite. I called it the Light It Up Video Challenge, and it led into Light It Up Video Marketing. But as a really cool coach explained to me, that was a little bit confusing for people. So later on that changed. But at the start, those were the two. So what I realized though was that it was the most natural and easy way to do things. So as people were coming through the challenge, and then so many of them were coming into the membership site, they were really excited to continue on. They were really excited to be part of that community. And so what was growing there was really, really special. And I was realizing that the tailor-made launches felt difficult. They took all of this extra work and extra effort and extra-ing. And I realized that the real power was in focusing on the challenge and the community, which had been created in order to support this program. But I realized, you know what? I am actually trying to enforce my what I think of as, this will be the thing. Tailor-made was going to be the thing. It was going to be my product. It was going to be my program. And then I realized, but you know what? What the audience is telling me is that what they really want is this. They want more video. They want more of the video challenge. They want more of the video training. And I realized that all of the principles and things that I teach in tailor-made, I could easily teach sort of within the context of the challenge and the membership. And so I let tailor-made go. I actually just returned to it as I was mapping out some of the videos for the Connection series, which you're watching a video from right now. And so it was really interesting. And what was interesting there was realizing that there's an intersection between what you want to do, and what you think is going to be a good offering, and what the audience wants. And it's really important to be able to pivot and adjust. Everything that you're doing in the online space is an experiment. None of it has ever been done before in the exact way that you are doing it. There is no cookie cutter, there's no formula, there is no correct way to do things, which for a type A, straight A student, obeys all the rules kind of person, I found that really difficult. At first it created a lot of anxiety that there is no set path, there is no set thing that you do. So learning to embrace experimentation and play in my business was a big one. And learning to identify what the audience is telling me and what the data is telling me, and say, okay, I'm putting these sort of seeds out there, and I'm seeing what's going to start to grow in this soil. And then feeding that more, and letting the things that aren't going to grow prune away, so that the things that are growing well can retain more of my time and energy and attention. So that is how I got to the Light It Up membership, and that has been pretty much an amazing experience ever since. That's what I've been doing over the last 6 years or so, is really focusing on that. I have a couple of other little products that I've added on that teach people about very specific topics that they ask me about, like challenges or, memberships, things like that. But the vast majority of my focus has gone into continuing to share and perfect and improve the Ignite Video Challenge and the membership, and working on those two things. And so it's been really, really powerful. So that was sort of the journey. I feel like I stumbled my way here. A couple of the important moments for me were, first realizing that, that it's that online business and making money online is sort of about finding out how to connect someone with something that they already want or need. A second one was realizing how teaching people very specifically, showing them how to utilize a product helps sell a product better than anything else I've ever seen. And another one was just allowing it to be very experimental, allowing it to be playful and seeing what the data says to me, and then doubling down on what is working and pruning away things that aren't working or that aren't working exactly how you wanted them to. So that's what my journey has been like. Okay, what are we talking about next time? I have a list here. Oh yes, so next time we're going to be talking about making good business decisions. Now, this is all part of this series called the Connection Series. It's a series of videos and emails that go out roughly every couple of weeks and are planned out over the next year and a half, helping you to learn connection marketing, learn how to think about business, and to apply principles to your own life and business to find that nice intersection between having all the things that you want and feeling really great about how you're marketing and having that success that you want. So yes, next week we're talking about making good business decisions. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't yet. And as well, there's a link somewhere around here to subscribe to the full series so you can watch it from the start. You can dip in and out, or you can watch it all in order. If you want to watch it all in order, I'd highly recommend jumping into the email series as well. All right, lots of love from me, and I will see you next time when we're talking about how to make good business decisions. There is a formula to this one.